Hi everyone, it's Adisty here, and today I actually just want to share a quick testimony with you. So, maybe if you don't know, just to give you a bit of a background, I actually just moved to New Zealand not too long ago, and yeah, I actually just have a you know, just have some stories that I would love to share about how God has been opening up doors for me. So maybe just to paint the picture a little bit. I actually moved to New Zealand to pursue further studies, so specifically in the early childhood education area. And yeah, that's kind of like the whole reason why I'm here in New Zealand. And yeah, actually, one of the first things that I really wanted to do once I get here is to find a home church, a church that I can be a part of. So that's kind of like the focus of the week, I guess, for me, like the first week kind of focus, right? And maybe just to explain, the context a little bit as well. For me to be able to like officially start my program, I would actually need, to be a part of an early childcare center. So I would need to find a home center. That's pretty much what we call it here. For me to be able to start my program, because there's just going to be a lot of like practical components that I would need to do, right? That's kind of like the focus of my first week as well. I've done my research and I found this one church that I thought could be like, could be really great, to visit. I decided that I'm going to go there on my first Sunday. So Sunday, Sunday comes, and before going to church, I just pray to God, like, God, please send people my way, because obviously I'm new to the country. I don't really know anybody, and I was just asking God to just like please just allow me to just meet the right people, and just let me know if this is a church that you want me to be a part of, right? If this can potentially be my home church. I came there, and first person that spoke to me, this one lady actually came up to me, and then she was like, "Hey, saying hi and all that," and she was just asking, "Have I seen you before?" And I just explained like, "Oh, you know what? I'm actually new, to this church. I'm new to the country as well. I'm here to pursue like further education in early childhood, right?" So after I said that, she stopped, for a little bit, and she mentioned like, "Oh, that's so interesting," and I'm actually um, I'm actually a director of early childcare centers. We have three centers. I have three centers that I'm currently managing, and we're actually looking for people right now. And I was like, "Really? Oh wow, that is super interesting, right?" And then the service started, so the conversation sort of like got cut off there. But then she was like, "Hey, can we please like catch up and talk properly after the service?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we can certainly do that, right?" So service was done, and I ended up like I ended up having further discussion with her, and pretty much she was saying. So I explained that, hey, I would need to find like home center so that I can start making progress with my program. And she was just saying that, yeah, you know what, I'm actually super familiar with your school, and I know exactly how the program works. And, we actually need people right now in one of the centers. And, if you think like, you would be happy to do your placement there, we would be very happy to take you in. And that alone I found was just like so crazy, because that was the first time we met, right? So we just had like, obviously we were just having conversation, but she just had like so much, I guess, like confidence in me, which I think is crazy, because that was the first time we met. Like, she doesn't know, yeah, there was a lot of things that she didn't know about me, I would say. But yeah, she was also, she was just saying that I've been sort of like struggling to find the right people, and she sort of like acknowledged that this is kind of like a God moment for her too, as much as it was a God moment for me. So yeah, so For that placement, we worked out like the time they were happy to take me in, and what's even, I guess, like crazier, is that the place is actually quite far from where I live. And she mentioned, like, you know what, let me know how much the transport cost is, and maybe I can help you cover some part of it, and you can cover the rest. So that is, yeah, that was so crazy. And for that placement, I actually got information from my school too. Like when you're doing placement, there are a high chance that you're not going to get paid for it because you're there. So it's kind of like a volunteering slash, placement. You're there to study, right? So the chances of you getting paid for it is pretty low. But then, like for this one, she was actually happy to pay me for my hours there. And after I work everything out, like that, like the salary from that sort of like placement will actually be enough for me to cover my living expenses here in New Zealand, which is so crazy, I think. So that was, it's just, I just felt like God was just there, like literally opening up doors for me, like stuff that I was worried about, whether I will meet the right people, whether I can afford like living here. That was all like sorted out, like just like that, like, so yeah, that was, I was, even just thinking about it now, it's still, I would still be so like speechless about it. So yeah, so that's kind of like, I guess like the story that I want to share. And you know how it says in the Bible that God can give you so much more than what you can possibly think of. Like, and I feel like that literally translates, to my situation. And yeah, so I just really want to share that with you. And I just really hope that that can be an encouragement, that, God is so present, and he's so like, so into even like the tiny details. Like, it's just, at least that's how I feel, with what he has been doing and how he has been working in my life. And yeah, I just really hope that that can be an encouragement for you. So thank you for listening to me, and I hope I'll see you around. Bye.